Why do we LARP? Well, one answer to that question is the things we learn are useful in a lot of different places. Today I'm talking to Mats.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, I'm John, and welcome to this channel where we're serious about play and games. And today I'm at the Prolog gaming convention, and I'm here with Mats Sjögren. Mats, you have been designing LARPs for many years.
Yeah.
But not in a professional way, in your spare time activities mostly.
Yeah.
But we've been talking about this before, and I know you think what you learn from LARP is something that you have a lot of use for also in your professional life.
Yeah.
So first, what do you work with?
I work at the communications department at the university, and I also do some work at the side.
So some freelance
business
work, and I know you're doing illustrations, for example.
Yeah.
What is the creative side of a job like that? Because creativity is kind of what we're focusing on here.
Problem solving, basically. So it can be anything. If it's an illustration, often it's the customer has some idea of what they want, and I have to present a better idea or an improved version of it, and we iterate. Or if it's organization planning or software development, I do all kinds of things in my work. Almost everything that I apply this to starts with a problem and defining the problem. And when we are clear about where the limitations of what I can do is, I use all means I can and all the resources I have and the contacts I have. And LARP was all we could do. We had no money, and often the time aspect was the most important thing.
And this was late teenage years, right?
Yeah, a while back.
And and then you brought that knowledge forward and used it in your professional life as well.
Yeah, that's my conclusion when I started to reflect on why I approach things a bit different than some of my colleagues.
Speaking of budget, I know you've been talking about this kind of the triangle of money, quality, and time.
Yeah.
And I know you have a different approach to it than some other people, and I know that you say this is also related to your kind of spare time work with LARP and similar things.
Yeah. When I get an assignment, often I'm asked how much money will it take and how much time does it take to solve a certain problem or produce something. And my LARP experience is you have no money and the time is always set. So and you produce the thing that you can do, and with those restrictions. So I'm always a bit baffled when I get the question, because if you give me a certain amount of money and a certain amount of time, I will do everything I can to produce the best result I can with those limits.
So in a way, the quality comes from the other ones rather than the other way around.
Yeah, because and I also think it's a certain work ethic that I bring to it, and that I can witness in many people that made LARPs. You don't rest until you've done all you can. I think that's why it works. But it's a bit of a culture clash, and you have to maneuver it.
And you mean this comes from organizing LARP or the kind of the spare time creative activities?
Yeah, LARP,
in the
fanzine making, amateur movies, movie making, amateur theater. I've done a bunch, and all those have that in common.
Yeah. But it's always about building the best quality thing you can anyway, right?
Yeah. But focusing on the experience, not the product. If you need an illustration, I do better work if I know what you're trying to accomplish with it, because I can give you a pretty picture, and I pour my heart and soul into it. But that's coming from a LARP perspective. That is not interesting.
Yeah.
If we want a poster for a theater play that is fictitious, but we need it in the context of the LARP, we make a poster that looks like it's passable.
Yeah, yeah.
And as soon as it's passable, we go on to the next thing that needs to be produced.
Yeah, yeah. But in that there is a big difference between professional life and LARP, because in the LARP everybody would accept it because they want to accept it in the same way as in the theater you
sort of, but
you want to be convinced.
Yeah, but sort of. The definition of passable is very different.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
but if you are the assignment is make an illustration and that looks good. I need to know for whom will this.
Okay, I get it.
So purpose is essential for me to do a good job. Yeah. But when I have purpose, then I know what kind of product I can produce.
Mats, I know that your work is also online.
Yeah.
Where can people find you if they're interested in?
Mats Sjögren.se.
Completely impossible for people to spell, but we put it in the description below, so you can click it there if you're interested.
Yep.
With that, thank you, Mats, for taking the time for this interview, and you guys, thanks for watching. There's another link over, I think it will be over here, right? We can find some place to put a link to another one. So if you're interested, keep watching. There are more videos from the Prolog convention. See you around.
Bye.